70-30. On Justice for Mohbad, when you hear that, I'm sure you know who we are referring to. 70-30. That is the arrangement that Mohbad's father had with a man called African Television. Larry, that is his name. Larry came on board Justice for Mohbad with a view of paparazzing and packaging and managing whatever it is. This definitely is not charity. And Mohbad's father was not thinking of charity at first. He didn't know that people were going to show him empathy. We have to be very straightforward about these things. Mohbad's father knew what he was going into. It wasn't as if he was blind. He was not happy at that time because he felt he was sidelined by Mohbad's mother. They had meeting outside of meeting, meaning Mohbad's mother and certain people like Adura and certain people like Darusha and certain people like Blessing, Mohbad's elder sister, and Cynthia and family. They had a meeting. Mohbad's father was not invited. Can you believe? The man got wind of it. He felt that he was being sidelined and it seems nothing is going to come to him. He decided to go into business with African Television. He even shared some of the info, some of it, pretending like he wasn't aware of the kind of meeting that Mohbad's mother had earlier. The audio recording is there. We've done analysis about it. So they had their talk, and it's a serious issue. Well, so African TV came on board, and it seems Mohbad's father didn't really like what's going on. Like he felt like he was being cut off. So the man did what he had to do. But in between, somehow, the whole thing turned upside down. That's the thing. Everything turned upside down. And he realized that there is a possibility of freebies coming in his direction. And what African Television was proposing at that time wasn't flying. Now, that is what happened then. I needed to bring you guys, on board so you understand where we are heading to. Because what African TV has to say, I want you to listen to him. He has something to say, some things that he had kept to himself all this while. Coupled with the Yomi Fabiyi thing, they also have their thing. It's a serious matter. It's a serious matter. I mean, it's a serious issue. So he has something to say. Let us listen to him.
I support what is pure. I support what is true. That's African TV. Now, you talked about getting a business, CAC, whatever, registration, Adeoye, or whatever your name.
No,
baby,
only points.
Gender alone, only points.
Only points now.
Yeah, gender alone. Adeoye, when the enemies have gone ahead, when my own son, senior advocate of Nigeria, told me, but boy, tí land sí Naija, wọ́n ti ń block ẹ, kí ló gbé dání tó ń bà wọ́n lẹ́rù. This is from a son that went and did investigation on 7 rejections from the business CAC registration for an NGO. So you know that somebody is being sponsored somewhere to identify those of us who are real.
My question is, why did they have to reject it for more than 7 times?
My dear, let me explain to Adedoyin, because a lot of people don't know what's going on in the background. Now, when a son tells me, this boy, Bill, I say, you are a threat to them. Oh. You have not even landed. They're already blocking you. They are afraid of you. These are the words from a son. And the son now says, give me 7 million. I will solve the problem. My stubbornness is what's keeping the registration delayed, because I don't think I should pay 7 million or 5 million for something that you can do with 200,000. So indirectly, let me tell you the truth, and I'll say it publicly. Indirectly, I'm building a case against CAC. For every rejection, for every query, for every inappropriate from CAC, I'm personally doing it myself, so that when I hit them in the court, whoever the godfather, whoever told them to be blocking me, both of them will regret. So to catch who killed Mohbad is not an easy thing, and it's not going to be a one-day journey. So I hope I've answered you correctly, my dear. I could work with any other NGO. I could have used a fake name, or used my family name, or my brother's name, or my sister's name. But I want to know who went and told them to block me. So we are working on that. But registration does not stop us from fighting for. Aduke is not registered. She's fighting. Golden Steel is not registered. She's fighting. Who else is out there? MFM is not registered. She's fighting.
So many people are not registered.
Paprano is not an NGO. He's fighting. So who is the monkey that thinks that because I'm not yet registered, I cannot fight for Mohbad? Who's that monkey? That monkey will show face one day. And those are the monkeys that are using it to the extent they bring their own mercenary police officers to come and raid me in a federal facility when I'm fighting for my own petition. You guys, listen to what's happening. Listen to what's happening. Somebody bringing police officers to a federal facility to truncate my petition. That should tell you that somebody is sponsoring somebody. Somebody is mobilizing somebody to commit crime against true, and I repeat, true justice fighters are being shut down. Justice is being shut down. They're not going to tell you Aduke Afeko Soromo. They won't tell you. They won't tell you Golden Seal, stop talking. They will frustrate you. They have scattered justice for Mohbad because they want it to be in a messy, very nasty environment. That true people, holy people, naturally invested people will say, I don't want this mess. Did you know your wife is looking at you saying you're wasting millions on people that don't appreciate it? Your children are listening to you arguing with some numbnuts, looking at their father like, Daddy, but you don't talk like this. Daddy, why is it only when you go on TikTok we see you screaming and yelling and you're cussing? Because the enemy has planted their people among us. And when we quit, they win. When we stop, they win. Take away Aduke, take away Lenchi, take away EOD, take away African TV, take away Veron. What do you have left? What do you have left? You have all the noisemakers, gullible, gullites, donating, using Mohbad to collect money. Those of us who are in this truly for the love of humanity, for the love of the nation, we must understand these tricks. We must understand that no true justice fighter will pick up on another justice fighter and petition them and then mobilize police to go and raid them in a facility. There was a face-off between federal agents and their mercenary officers. When the federal agents told them, African TV is not living here. This shit ain't gonna happen. They were shamefully removed from the property. They want to lock me up so they can say, we have locked African TV up. We have locked African TV up, so that they can gain more support. They have planted enough in your mind that African TV is not good. They have planted enough in your mind. They are now saying that I'm anti-justice. They are now saying that I'm an agent. Imagine the audacity of wicked people calling me an agent. And when I told Paprano today, you called me an agent, or they tried to use me. Who tried to use me? God never created that person. We go use African TV to fight against Mohbad justice. Be careful the people you listen to. Your best talkers, your best platform, your popular noisemakers. Investigate their mind, truly, their conscience. Don't just take everything they say. They can use one word to turn everything against somebody. They use one word to change the whole dynamics, and if you are a Gullyite, you will fall for them. But me, I came in here, whether by the spirit of Mohbad or by the spirit of humanity, I've spent my time, my money, I've received more abuse on this thing than I've ever been abused in my life. I have caused so many people than I've ever caused in my life. And you think I'm going to walk away? Some people even wake up and say they want to chase African TV. They did a show for me to chase African TV. Why do you want to chase me? Why do you wake up one day and you're talking about don't listen to African TV, don't let him come up on your platform, don't let him go anywhere, because you know African TV is telling you the motherfucking truth. African TV is not influenced by public support. African TV is not influenced by the crowd. African TV is not influenced by money or GoFundMe or donation to Access Bank. African TV is crying in the wilderness for Mohbad to get justice. Why would you make a show on we want to chase him? Let's chase him. Let's chase him off of the platform. Who gave you the license to chase somebody? You liars, you demonic evil spirits. You demons coming up and destroying justice for Mohbad. You Ikebe supers manipulating people with your lies. You know Ikebe super. You know
African TV, sir. Sorry, let me interject you, please. Nobody can chase anyone out of this black hole. We all came in differently with different motion and
motive. They are planning to chase African TV.
Now
they are doing meetings.
Nobody.
Sinu kini no ma mo pe ye. Ìwọ ló ń wá justice. O lọ ń petition ẹni tó ń wá justice. Ìwọ ló ń wá justice. O lọ ń fọlọ́pàá lọ lé wọn. O petition yẹn ò tó ẹ. O tún débi pé o tún lọ mobilize. Pé ibi tó ti fẹ́ ṣe petition ní tiẹ̀ kàn lọ gbé. Òun mo bèrè lọ Paparano pé ẹ̀yin máa ń purọ́ pé mo hate ẹnìkan mo pẹ̀lú gbogbo etí gbèrè ṣe mi ò hate ẹ̀. Kò dóyàwó mi, kò gba business mi, àjíjọ ṣòwò. So kí mo fẹ́ hate ẹ̀ fún? Àwọn tó yẹ pé mo fún lówó gan tí wọn ò dá padà mi ò hate wọn. Àwọn jẹ́ ìwọ ọmọdé tó jáde láti ibì kan tán háyà ni mo máa wá hate. Kí la rù kí la dù tí mo máa hate. Ṣé mo wọ́n máa lo àwọn èdè tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n fi ń deceive àwọn Gullylites. African TV ò dá, African TV ò dá. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ lè mú nǹkan kan jáde tí African TV ṣe àfi ìlara ló ń pa yín. African TV ò lè kò sí inú yín 2 years going tó lè sọ pé African TV gbà òun ní £1. So ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ní ọgbọ́n àtòyè lẹ máa jókòó lẹ máa rò pé ẹ wà. Kí ló ń ta wọ́n lára lọ́rọ̀ African TV? Ṣé ńgbà tí Moses wá tí wọ́n bí Moses ṣé wọ́n fẹ́ pa ni tí Ọlọ́run ní ẹgbẹ́ sínú omi tó fi ṣàn lọ sí Egypt? Bó èmi gan mi ò wá mọ nǹkan tí mo gbé dání tó ń ta wọ́n lára o. Wàláì èmi kàn ń ṣe nǹkan tọ́lọ́run rán mi ni. Mi ò mọ nǹkan tí mo gbé dání tó ń ní wọ́n lára tí lára yẹn tó fẹ́ pa wọ́n.
Jẹ́ blọ́ọ̀kù ẹ̀. Máa blọ́ọ̀kù àwọn èèyàn dànù mí ní feelings for anybody mọ́ this time around. Ṣé rí ẹ mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ lórí Black App yìí ni? Bí Black App bó ṣe work ó yàtọ̀ sí Instagram. Gbogbo rubbish tó ń ṣe lórí TikTok yẹn, if they born on our well, ẹ lọ sórí Instagram ẹ lọ máa ṣe live streaming. Kẹ́yìn kan wá máa sọ wípé don't come for Yomi, don't mention Yomi name lórí Instagram. Tán bá ní true yín. Táyé yín ò bá ní wo àtẹ̀yìn. Ṣé you people should understand the fact that this nigger is a celebrity. Celeb ni. Celeb òun ni nigger yìí. If I go to his Instagram page right now, I can go and throw any celebrity anyhow tó bá ṣe yamayama. You now tell me on Instagram that, hey, don't talk about clinical, don't talk about clinical, don't talk about who, don't talk about a celebrity, a celeb. Person wey don be celebrity even before this guy kpai. And to we don dey talk about him. We don dey talk about this nigga even before Mohbad kpai. Even before Mohbad kó tó blow. Òun ni guy yìí ti jẹ́ celeb. Ẹ wá ń jàdù celebrity. Go to Facebook and be going to be saying, don't talk about clinical, don't talk about clinical. Ó dà pé orí yín ti burú. Àtẹ̀yìn àti sẹ̀lẹ̀ àti yẹ̀yẹ́ Britain orí yín ó ti burú. I have no feelings, zero feelings for anybody inside. But èèyàn tó bá ti bí dá. After me saying the spirit of fighting for any stupid justice is out of me, and tó bá ti bí dá lórí platform ẹ̀ kódà mo mọ̀ wá sọ kíní ilé nìyí ni. Cause mo mọ̀ pé àwọn nǹkan ṣì máa sọ lórí platform wọn lọ́la pé Àdùkẹ́ yẹn ó máa ti sọ pé kíní kan. Ó kàn sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ lásán, mo kàn screen record ẹ̀ lásán, ìyá ẹ̀ ó máa jẹ́ Ọlọ́run wàláì. Mo kàn gbọ́ pé kàn lọ dárúkọ Àdùkẹ́, ó kàn lọ yàmàyàmà, ó kàn lọ sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, mo kàn lọ gbọ́ sétí. First born ẹ ó máa lọ sí, last born ẹ máa lọ sí, àkọ́bí ilé yín, last born family yín yàtọ̀ fún èyí tí wọ́n bí ó máa lọ sí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí wèrè máa lọ ní wèrè, kí wèrè máa ṣe wèrè ẹ lọ. Ẹ má tọ́ wèrè. Tẹ́ bá tọ́ wèrè àkọ́bí ilé yín á lọ sí, last born yín á lọ sí, àbí gbẹ̀yìn family house yín máa lọ sí. Ẹ má ṣe wèrè. Me, I've got zero feelings. In fact, wàhálà kí n rí thousands of people kọ́ láwọn sì fẹ́ máa create more awareness. If I have the spiritual power, if I have the spirit and power, spiritually, physically, for me to stop them, not creating that awareness, I'm gonna do it. Àwọn tó ń ṣe kán máa ṣe lọ, Ọlọ́run á fún wọn ṣe. Àwọn tó ti kúrò náà, Ọlọ́run á fún. Àwọn kan ṣáà ti kúrò tán tiẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa mi. Èèyàn kọ́ ni mọ́mí EOD ni. Ṣé èèyàn kọ́ ni mọ́mí EOD ni? Ọlọ́run ti bá mi gbé iṣẹ́ ayọ̀ lé mọ́mí EOD lọ́wọ́. Ìjọ́ wo lẹ ti rí mọ́mí EOD kan wá sọ̀rọ̀? Do you know how big that woman is? She's a big person on her own. Èèyàn tó jẹ́ wípé òun nìkan gan, ó lè ṣe 20% out of this justice. Wọ́n shut woman yẹn down. Wọ́n fẹnu báyé woman yẹn jẹ́. Wọ́n bà tiẹ̀ jẹ́, wọ́n dẹ̀ lé woman yẹn lọ. Ẹ mọ̀ye èèyàn tẹ́tí lé lọ nínú justice yìí ni. Ẹ mọ̀ye àwọn olóore tẹ́tí lé kúrò lọ́dọ̀ bàbá Mohbad ni. Ẹ mọ̀ àwọn ẹni tó yẹ pé wọ́n nípò, wọ́n lówó, wọ́n lọ́lá, tó ti step in, tó ti step back. It takes people that has thick skin. Lókù léni tá a ṣe ń sọ̀rọ̀ àwa ta ní thick skin. Ìyẹn out of the few people that started this movement. Few people wa tó kù nínú kéèsì yìí, it is because we have thick skin. Ọ̀gbá wà, wèrè la fi ń ṣe, wèrè la fi top ẹ̀ tó fi débi báyìí. Àwọn kan lè délé nísìn kọ́ dẹ̀ máa sọ fún ẹ wípé láti ọdún ọ̀rọ̀ yẹn ló ti irritate me the most. Kéèyàn kan tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ra data, tó ṣẹ̀ ra iPhone 6 fún lẹ́ni àti data, kó wá máa sọ fún mi wípé àtọdún 6 tó ti wà ń bẹ̀, kí ló ṣe bẹ́jọ́ wèrè tó kàn ń rò. Ẹjọ́ tí mò ń rò yẹn gan lásán o mọ̀ pé òun ló fà á jáde.
Well, like I said at the beginning, Mr. Larry, that's African Television, did not come into justice for Mohbad due to some kind of charity push or motive or inspiration or any of that. No, none of that. He didn't come into justice for Mohbad as a charity worker or someone who wants to bless Mohbad's father with money. He came into justice for Mohbad as a man who has ideas, and he felt if he jumps on this one, there is a lot that can be made. They had this agreement, how much we are going to gain and get and all of that. Let us immortalize this. Let us, he came up with ideas. Those ideas somehow did not go with Mohbad's father again because he now realized that people are ready to give him money. Now we are back to the beginning. Mohbad's father is now saying things and acting in a certain way that it's kind of getting a lot of people. And this brings us back to what Larry Omodia was saying back then. Like, oh man, you were the one that came. It was even your lawyer that drafted what we all signed to. if I want to hold you responsible for whatever it is that you signed, he went to this radio station in Ibadan too, where he spoke and he said a lot of things. And he was asked, and he said, "Look, I didn't come into this for what you guys think I came into it. We had a business deal. I came with ideas, and I was expecting these guys to run the race with me. But look at it. Now, as I was saying at the beginning, I say Mohbad's father told Mohbad's mother about Larry. Mohbad's mother responded by saying, well, he called me too, but I don't think that this man has anything to offer us. So it's all about offering. It's all about offering. For them to them, it's all about offering. I don't think this man has anything to offer. It's like this guy does not have heavy envelopes to give to us. He doesn't have, they are kind of like, oh, he came from abroad, so he's probably going to bring out currency. It was all about what they are going to get. Poverty is a bastard, and greed also. It's all about what they and Larry too was also interested in what he could gain from it. It's not like Larry didn't have some few little change. Of course, he's far better than Mohbad's mother and father financially, but he knew that this idea that he brought in and whatever it is, there is a lot that could be gained. And this was also going to give him popularity and fame, was going to master the whole thing. He was going to package it. A lot of money was going to be made. They are going to build this. He's going to come up with ideas. It was like a big break. Because, it was like a big break. Like, oh, now is the time for me to jump into making money. But none of those things worked. None of it worked, and he had to just like sit back and chill. Like it's one of those things. So now back to what he's saying about someone blocking his NGO from being registered. He said there are certain things I needed to do, but somebody has been blocking this. I don't know who is blocking, but from what he's saying, it's like Yomi Fabiyi might be behind the blocking. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. I don't really know if that's possible. I cannot really say. I don't know who is blocking what and who is not blocking whatever. I don't know. It could be someone else. We don't know. But that's what he said. It could be that nobody's blocking anything. I don't know. But that is what is making us to like understand, like, oh, they are trying to block it. If not, I also want to. And moreover, I don't need to be registered for me to get justice for Mohbad and all of that. Now, this is where Mohbad's father kind of came into it. He's kind of making it look like you guys cannot get justice for me, for my son, by force. And they are making it clear to him. Even Yomi Fabi is in the same space now with Larry. That's because they don't want, Mohbad's father does not want anybody to hijack. It has always been about being at the center of it, which I don't blame him anyway. After all, he will say, look, guys, I am the major player in all of this thing. I'm the major player here, not you guys. So what is it about you guys trying to now want to hijack some few helpers that I'm getting? And now Mohbad's father now know the taste of money. He never tasted money in his life. He had never tasted like enjoyment, real enjoyment. But these few months, he started tasting money. And his taste buds have become very complex. So the guy is not willing to allow anybody, either Yomi Fabiyi, Larry, or anybody, any NGO, even the NGO that came with the lawyer, they pushed everything out like, no. But the truth of the matter is this: with their own lawyer and with whatever it is that they are doing, there is no clarity. Why? Because the lawyer cannot capture, apart from cross-examination here and there, they cannot capture anybody on the demise of Mohbad. From what we know, what we have on our hands right now, they cannot capture anybody. That's the truth of it. The lawyer does not have private investigator that will go get what is needed for them to do what they need to do. They only relied on what the police said and also what was said at the inquest. Is that enough? Who in his our own mind, clear mind, will come and say, yes, I am the one that unalived Mohbad. This is what I did. I saw it. I pushed him. I did none of those things. You need something concrete, something that nobody can deny. That's what you need if you want to get justice for Mohbad. You need a lot of that for you to convict anybody. For you to convict anybody, you need it. If you don't have it, forget it. You cannot put anybody anywhere. They will all walk away free. Maybe a slap on the wrist, a little bit of here and there on the nurse, and spending. Maybe, because that's from what we know, that's the conclusion of the DPP. And they don't have time for all this shenanigans. They cannot continue with inquest. If they want to continue inquest, it's okay. Now, the game changer will be the private autopsy and toxicology, if there is going to be any toxicology, due to the time frame, if there's going to be any. So those people are just kind of expressing themselves to like, nobody can chase anybody out of justice for Mohbad. Nobody can say we should stop talking. What do you guys mean? You guys are not being practical. You guys are not being truthful. You guys are not this and that and that. It all boils down to the same thing right now. Even though Larry and Mr. Yomi, they both have issues. They are both petitioning each other. They are both at each other's neck because it's now Larry Omodia attacking Yomi attacking, because both of them are the ones with one as a registered NGO. Even though they say the NGO is redundant, is not active, one does not even have a registered one. Both of them at each other. Who is going to take? The thing is that Larry has fallen out of grace long time. It's just that he's just trying to put himself there. Like, I'm not going to take I'm not going to take no for an answer. He has fallen out of grace. It is not possible that that grace will fall back easily. So Yomi Fabiyi that even struggled, he is struggling to maintain grace. He's struggling. He struggled a lot, and now he's just beginning to get a little bit of attention because he's on ground doing some of these things, coming up with ideas and all of that. So it is what it is anyway. Some people are saying, oh, let them join together. The thing is that both of them cannot align easily because their interest is about themselves being in charge and being known and all of that. So that's the truth of it. I don't know what your thoughts are as regards what he said about how this and that, how he had done this, how he had done that.